which includes the marina, and that's really an important development. It's included both in the master plan, included in that as part of a Lido pool, walk around Roman Island and other developments in it. So I think that's a very good positive step for the development of the quay. Last week we had 12 blue flag beaches announced for Mayo, which again is great news, particularly Bertha and Old Hedge, which had lost them, so the fact that they've held on to them is super news. We have outdoor facilities which are funded by Falch Ireland for Carramore Beach and for Keene, 1.2 million each, and both of those will be starting in September, October, which is great news, and well done to Falch Ireland on that. But it would be lovely to get Old Head in particular and Bertha as the next two on the list, if that could be at all facilitated. I think it's really important one, particularly Old Head, which has huge potential. Carramore, ironically, has lost its blue flag, and it will be at least 2025 before it's back. So we really do need to get Old Head and Bertha on the list. Last week again we had the partnership announced, the twinning with Yosemite Park in California, which I think is again a huge plus for the area. And when you couple that in with the Dark Skies initiative and where we're going in terms of our international recognition, I think we're going in a really good direction. The Great Western Greenway, I think it really does need to be marketed again, because I mean a huge amount of work has been done over the last 12, 18 months. TI have taken it on. They spent over 3 million in upgrading it, and I think that needs to go out to people in the wider internationally and nationally in terms of, and we have the underpass at Orchard, planning permission will happen soon, so that will take it away from the N59, and we have the bypassing of Newport in terms of being off street route through Newport, which is really important. Delighted Michael Hegarty is here again. The UNESCO Geopark for Mayo and Galway is getting very close, and I think that's really again a very positive initiative for parts of Mayo and Galway that typically wouldn't get tourists to it, and I think it's a really positive initiative going on. Biddy's here from Westport House. I don't need to talk about it really. What's going to happen down there is phenomenal, and again I think it's a great, it's just so exciting for this area that type of development and that kind of investment is happening. The three that I think really we need to focus on the next number of years, and this is where I think Falch Ireland is key, is getting the marina developed for Mayo and Westport, because I think it's, you know, it's the gap if you're into that whole maritime leisure area. The Blue Bay Loop Greenway, we won't talk about route options today and all the rest of it, but again I think it's really, really important that that happens, and we put every effort into making sure it happens. Planning for the first phase that to be in September, October. There'll be big decisions to be made by both the council there, so that's a really, really important one. And the last one is a small one, but I think it's an important one, are the air facilities. Again, I think it's something that we're missing in the west of Ireland right now. You go to places like Cove, Portumna, there's some fantastic facilities there which are there 12 months a year. We don't have those type of facilities here in Mayo. And I think we really need to focus on that, because there's a huge market there for camper vans. Particularly, you know, you talk about off-season, where people are looking, most people that have camper vans now have a few quid. They're semi-retired, they're retired, and they're looking for a place to go. So if we could figure out how do we get airs back on the agenda, I think it's really important. So again, thank you very much for coming. Last point, Donald, the government announced a scheme a number of months ago to shop front vacant properties in towns. They've given a fund to councils to CPO derelict properties, and then the councils will put those in the open market. So if you look around Westport and other towns around Mayo at the moment, you'll see a lot of dereliction notices on them, so hopefully we will see progress on that. So thank you and well done to everyone.